Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Journal series. We're starting off by syncing up the Go Plus Plus. I haven't done this yet today. I did end the sleep session. It's the last. This was Sunday. So we're gonna do the sleep session first, and then we're gonna go into the transitions and talk about everything else because I kind of want to end one week, start the next. And that's kind of the best way to go about it for Monday mornings. Okay. So, was it a full session? It was 8 hours and 36 minutes. I intentionally left it a little bit longer for that reason. I want to make sure it was good. That looks like a slumbering graph, which I don't think we need on the bingo card. Yeah, it's slumbering. Actually, I think we have all of those ones, because we have dozing, snoozing, balanced, and slumbering. Yeah, we have all of them now at this point, actually, on our bingo card. I just checked it. I have it right here. But anyway, this is end of week. I didn't rotate in the sleepers team at all because I wanted to make sure I was prepped and set for the start of this week, because this week is also a very powerful event in week 2 of the anniversary. So, yeah. Four-star Slowbro. I didn't know I already had that one. Apparently I did, though. Wow, lots of Trico. It's like they heard, man, you found, like, an amazing Trico? Well, here, we're going to give you all the Tricos now to catch. So, Trico is definitely deprioritized for us now. Although I know one of them came off an incense, because I intentionally used it this week, because it has boosted candy rates right now. So, I figured may as well. There's also a Farfetch'd, which we don't really need a Farfetch'd. I've already got a great Quaquaval. Great Quaquaval that I've invested up, and I've got a secondary. I've got a Farfetch'd that's AAC, I think. That is like alright. Oh, but it's hungry. I guess I could attempt on it. But we're definitely prioritizing Mudkip first and foremost. Oh my goodness. I do have a lot of diamonds right now. And I was considering buying the Trico Befriending Bundle. But like I said, Trico's kind of been deprioritized for me now because I have a great one. I got Dream Cluster. Yay. So, I got a great one now, so that hunt has been deprioritized. What is in the... That's a lot of great biscuits, but no, like, regular biscuits. I think if I'm going to buy one of them, the Mudkip Befriending Bundle is one for me. 7 Poke Biscuits, 6 Great Biscuits. That's pretty great value. We get some Mudkip Incense. I'm not opposed to this. I have the diamonds to spend right now, so I'll go for it. I'm not a huge bundle buyer, but for Mudkip, we'll do it. And also, I guess, for Slowbro in this case. I'm not really after a better Farfetch'd, so we'll just give it the treatment of fully evolved Pokemon, of just like, if it Mega hits, which it didn't. Okay, and then Quaquaval, sure. Well, we are running low on Poke Biscuits. Maybe I should be preserving these more, but whatever. We're not going to have as many catches next week. Just because next week, it's not just the base forms boosted, it's the fully evolved forms boosted as well. It's the base forms and the fully evolved forms. So we'll see less of the base form, because we'll start to see more of the fully evolved forms. Okay. So we got a Mudkip there. I guess we can catch a second one with the Daily Biscuit, since we got 2 on the field. And then since we primed a Trico, you know what? We'll just catch 1 Trico. Just with a couple regular biscuits. So actually, you know what? At this point, I'm running really low on regular biscuits. Maybe I just chuck it a Great Biscuit and call it a day. Because I have a lot of Great Biscuits. I have a backstock of Great Biscuits, but I'm going to run out of Poke Biscuits to top them off. Granted, you can use a Great Biscuit like a Poke Biscuit. There's nothing really stopping you from doing that, aside from that's a huge waste. Do I really want to spend a Great Biscuit on a Trico, though? Like, I don't know. I don't need it that badly. Because I caught the other one the other day, so I don't need another one. It would just be more candies. It'd be 5 candies, basically. Because I don't want to invest up 2 until I get the first one. Yeah, we're just going to leave them. I'm just going to leave them hungry. This kind of hurts to do, but I think I need to preserve my biscuits for more Mudkip. So, as for here again, we'll send out the Treecko candy. It's been my go-to here. Wow, that's a lot of Quackable candies. 21. I don't even need any more Quackable candies. My Quackable is already level 60. Oh, that does look good. 22,000 Dream or Research XP, 33,000 Research Dream Shards. Although only 22,000 Dream Research XP, that makes me worried that I'm not gonna do well next week. Anyway, Adamant, that is a phenomenal nature for a Mudkip. But no Berry Fighting S, no Helping Bonus, no Invest. It's got a great nature, and that's the only thing going for it. And nature cannot carry a Pokemon on its own. Relaxed nature. That's like XP up, energy down, or something like that. And it's got no Berry Fighting S, no Helping Bonus, no Invest. I think there is a case that you can make for a rather skill-focused Mudkip if you don't have a Dedenne. I have a Dedenne, though. So for me, no Berry Fighting S, no Helping Bonus, no Invest. Alrighty, well. Let's choose our next research site. We are coming back to Cyan Beach to both continue the Mudkip hunt. We'll continue the Mudkip hunt while also farming up as many candies as we possibly can for the Sceptile line. So that's the goal here, coming back to Cyan Beach. Now, as for which team I have prepped. I have 2 teams. One that I prepped for desserts. That should rank in about 7 million strength. I'm not going to take it all the way to 7 million strength. Hopefully I'll get to like 4 million maybe, and then swap on a team just like things that are generally useful, like things that I want to level, because by that point I should have the one flower out that that's going to be one of my earlier ones, that boosts sleep XP, so like this Raichu can swap off. It's level 65, so I don't need sleep XP to build up on it at all, because it doesn't actually gain it. And then we'll probably also swap off the Quackable, because I don't really need it to go that much higher in level. It doesn't really gain much beyond level 60. But we'll swap on things that I want to level with Sleep XP. And also my Swalot for Dream Shards, because that's just going to be a consistent thing for me. When I no longer need Strength, Swalot's going to be on the team. I'm going to make that just a standard. But that's if I roll desserts. If I roll curries, we re-roll. If I roll salads, I do this team. It's a little bit weaker. But it way overproduces everything, so I can swap things off if I need more strength. Because like I don't need the Gengar on the team all the time. It's got 41 at bonus mushrooms. Tyranitar is gonna be way overproducing the soybeans. So like we can definitely be swapping things off as needed, as we overproduce the ingredients. But we're making Ninja Salad if we do that. If that's what we get. But I'm not going to be re-rolling for just desserts. That would get me a lot of extra strength. We're just going to hope we land desserts and not salads first. But I can't reasonably justify spending that many good re-roll tickets. So we only re-roll if we roll curries. Which, I'm making sure I click Cyan Beach. Yes, I do. Either way, I get a new strength record if I actually go through the whole week with the team. The classic green Snorlax of Cyan. It looks greener than usual to me. Okay, well, we got salads, so that means we just don't reroll, and we settle for the weaker team. It's alright. I'm actually pretty content with that, because this team actually doesn't waste the 3x boost to sleep XP at all. So, yeah. 10 fancy apples. Ain't that nice? Okay. Well, we set up the desserts team the night before, and actually, this team's going to be even weaker because I didn't prep the ingredients beforehand, so I'll probably miss breakfast. Well, miss breakfast being the meal that we want it to be. I'll make some kind of a breakfast, but it's not going to be something super strong, most likely. I guess I did stockpile a few soybeans, but not that many. And I guess for alligators on the team either way, because, you know, Cyan Beach, it's a waterberry specialist. That's just going to be strong. And I actually did make the comparison of Feraligatr to Espeon, because Espeon has the Crespion combo that's synergistic, but it came out better to just use the Feraligatr. Not by a lot. It was close, but Feraligatr just generally did better, and I also want to level it more, so it's going to get priority. Because I want to get that guy to level 60. It'd be nice. But anyway, as far as seeds go, I think that priorities should be either yellow or blue seed first for planting a seed. Oh, he's going to explain the seed thing to us. Thank you, Neroli. I've already read this. I've seen the screenshots. If you don't know what this is about, go check out my news video related to it. One very special seed. Yeah, the white one to get the mint. And he's going to give us one for free. Yep. Thank you, Neroli. Okay. So yeah, the blue seed, yeah, that triples sleep XP. That's a lot. That's insane if you really think about it. Tripling sleep XP is something that we get sometimes for the full moon event for one night. They're giving it to us for a whole week. That's pretty insane. The yellow seed gives a guaranteed for sure hungry Pokemon. This is the better option if you want to prioritize catches. This is the better option if you want to prioritize leveling the catches you've got. Now for me, I've caught the Treecko of my dreams. That was my biggest hunt. I do want a Swampert, yes, but it is a lower priority for me because I've already got a Dedenne and I've already got a Typhlosion that can both do the roles that Swampert can do. Granted, they're separated, it's not role compression. I still do want a Swampert, but it's not a high priority on my account specifically, even though it is a very powerful Pokemon. So given that, I think for me, I'm going to go with the blue seed first, because of a few reasons. One, especially with the team that I rolled, especially with the rolling salads, I want to be leveling this Cresselia as much as possible. In fact, we'll get around to our daily, what's it called? Candy boost. We'll be using that on Cresselia all week long. And I also want to level this for Alligator, who has XP gains down. I've been trying to get to level 60 for ages, because I just want that extra oil. That extra oil would be pretty nice. Supplementary oil can go a long way, especially if I'm trying to make... If I ever try to make the Defiant Salad on a team that can consistently make it, this guy would be nice. But then... Gengar, XP down as well, and does actually gain a lot from levels, despite being an ingredient specialist, because I have Berry Fighting S. Tyranitar, I've been trying to get to level 60 for ages. Oh, would you look at that? Snorlax is ranking up. Quaquaval doesn't really matter as much, but it doesn't really hurt. So, like, a lot of these Pokemon are Pokemon that I want to be leveling. So, I think the blue seed is the best pick for me. And they're also really high level, which means leveling them with candies costs even more. So, oh, yeah. I already planted it. Okay. So that means tomorrow morning we'll have blue flowers blooming there. And I think we still have to use one more incense for the incense missions. Oh. I forgot there were second week things. Okay, well. Let's level our Cresselia. Because that is the Pokemon. That is the Pokemon that I'm using all of my candy boost functions on and all of my handy candies on. Although we don't need to actually use any handy candies yet, but we're still doing this. 78,000 Dream Shards down the drain. But it's now level 56, Valentina. Ugh, this has been a long journey. But yeah, level 56 now. That actually brings up our strength a little bit. Let's actually swap the team around to be the team that we want to run this week. So, instead of running Gigachu, we're running my Tyranitar, my Unmetatar. Instead of running Zumachu, we're running Gengar. Cheshire here. And we'll way overproduce the ingredients. I don't think I'll have enough for breakfast. I've got about 2.5 hours before. I don't know if they can pull through quite that much, so we'll see. I don't know if I don't think I have any mushrooms stockpiled. You know what we can do? We we can do. Bag. Items. Where are they? The 3 ingredient tickets we got last week. Oh man, I don't have more bag space. Okay. Slowpoke tails. Wow, crazy. Okay. So we're looking for mushrooms and soybeans are the big ones that we're missing for this. We already have some ginger, we have some leeks. So we can sell some garbage. Let's just sell some apples. I stockpiled these in case I rolled desserts. I didn't roll desserts. I don't need them. So we'll just sell a couple apples. Okay. Let's just use the remaining ingredient tickets. Oh, darn it. I didn't sell enough items. Darn. Okay. Go, apples. I don't want to even use you as filler because apples are the worst filler literally in the game. Okay, we got some soybeans and none of the mushrooms. So we're probably not going to be able to make breakfast because I doubt Gengar can make that many mushrooms that quickly. But we'll see if RNG is in our favor or not. I think we definitely got into soybeans. But we should definitely have it for lunch. What else are we going to use ingredient tickets for? And as for the mints, I have 2 targets for minting. And I also wanted to discuss this. So the Treecko that I got in the last video, I wanted to hypothesize what future teams with that might look like. And particularly, I wanted to hypothesize for the future, the next island. A lot of speculation going about. But first, I wanted to see Lapis. With the Sceptile that I caught yesterday, if I mint it and I sub-skill seed the skill trigger, what does that look like for the team? And I just threw together this basic team. This is what I oftentimes consider the berry baseline. It's not... I've been thinking about making a video about the berry baseline quite a bit because it's something that I use my mindset quite a bit on. Of just like, if I don't care about meal, if I don't care about event boosts at all, and make a baseline amount of the basic team that I can just produce, just not caring about cooking, then what is the best team that I can get at an island? So, generalists, berry specialists, together. Oh, I guess you guys probably want to see this. What can I do? And right now, my Lapis berry baseline, if I was to make level 60 the baseline, so like long-term invest, then I can just get Master 19 just casually without a good camp ticket. If I get all these Pokemon to level 60, Grant, I don't know if I'm going to invest this Meganium that far. If I get this Sceptile that far, then that's clearly pulling a lot of weight, as it has a lot of synergy. And this Raichu is already level 65. I could probably swap this for something that actually matches Favored Berry better, but I don't see myself leveling Meganium, another Meganium, because I don't have any other Meganiums that are that great. I have not caught another Sceptile that is this powerful. So this is just what I'm looking at. Master 19 without any effort just happens. If I run a good camp ticket, that's Master 20. Just easy Master 20. I can just guarantee Master 20 at no matter what the event boost is, no matter nothing. I just need to get all these Pokemon to level 60. 2 of them are already there. Cresselia is on its way. It's going to take a lot of cost for that, but I definitely will have it by the time that comes around. And then I wanted to theorize for the next possible island, because Sceptile works alright as a generalist with synergizing with Pokemon with stronger berries that have Favored Berry. So I was like, can I make a team around it? Well, and this actually brings me back around to a very interesting point. I've talked about this point plenty of times before. I made an entire video on the concept of power pairs, but I want to run the Sceptile, I want to run the Arbok, because I see potential in my Arbok. But it just wasn't working, no matter how I was trying to cut it. I just couldn't get it to work. In fact, actually, give me a moment here. I think I can make this stronger if I make this Sneaky Snack. Yeah, I can. But anyway, Arbok. It's a very difficult Pokemon to use. I have a very, very strong one. I've been considering minting it, and if I mint it, then that's even stronger. But if we make this comparison here, the reasoning why I went back to these guys. Dragonite. Dragon Favored Berry. That is powerful. It has an ABA list, and I have this Charizard with the AAC list. Now, what's very notable about this combo is I've talked about these guys as a power pair for Corn Keema Curry for a while. With Corn Keema Curry, if I get it to level 65, and we get a theoretical 75% area bonus here, then synergizing with the Poison, which is a strong favored berry, Dragon Berry, the strongest favored berry, makes Sceptile actually kick out a decent amount of strength off of its skill, while it's also producing a lot of strength. And we can, if we were to, like, say, roll Curries and not even have an event boost, which I took off, that's like 5 million strength on a good camp ticket week. That's assuming levels don't go beyond anywhere right now. That's assuming we just get all these Pokemon to level 60. I'm pretty far away from that on Dragonite. I'd have to do a lot of work to get it there, but I think it's worthwhile. This is a very mid Dragonite that a lot of people would never invest, but I think in the context of my box, it is worthwhile. This Charizard is one that I've been slowly leveling over time, and it's very easy to level because it has XP gains up, and it's got Sleep XP bonus. I've just used it as a nanny Pokemon because it's a good Pokemon that I'm fine with leveling anyway. And I have other ways to produce Bean Sausage, so I'm not really worried about cutting back in the Bean Sausage department. And even if I do, yes, this guy produces a lot of ginger, but he still produces a significant amount of Bean Sausage aside from the ginger. And 5 million Snorlax strength guaranteed at the next island with good camp ticket, as long as I have favored berry, like the 75% island bonus. Now, this does mean that during its event week, its release week, it's going to be rough. Because I don't have this meal maxed up. In fact, right now, it is level... Let's see. It is level 31. So, this is theoretical way down the road. But 31 is what I have right now. Even if I got these Pokemon to level 60, which they're not there yet, especially the Sceptile, 2 million Snorlax strength. That is pitiful. If we were to compare that at, say, Old Gold Power Plant, what is that? I actually don't know where 2 million... I didn't make this check beforehand. 2 million Snorlax strength is like barely reaching Master 8. I guess that's pretty solid for an event week where you have 0 area bonus and 0 boosts to cooking or anything. But obviously the goal is to M20 an island. But I've looked at it, and with the current level caps, that's just unrealistic with any of my teams. It's such a difficult island because there's just not good options in the game. There are not good options in the game for Dragon, Poison, Bug. And it makes it very difficult to make it work. But I like this power pair. It definitely made it so that I could just 2 Pokemon, make the meal, cover the meal, run 2 generalists that are very, very powerful options for the island that I'm at. And theoretically, and Corn Keema Curry is not a bad meal. It's a powerful meal. A lot of people underrate it. But if we make a cooking power-up, 1.5 times boost, and one day, way down the road, we get the 75% area bonus, we get the favor berries, 6 million strength. That's starting to push into the range of Master 20 Old Gold. Still not quite there. But, you know, hopefully at that point, we'll have higher Pokemon levels, higher, potentially main skill levels on some things. Granted, I wouldn't use that on any of these guys. But higher meal levels is a bigger difference. And potentially stronger boosts. We don't know. Higher area bonus. Things can add into this and make this stronger, is what I'm trying to say. So I think I want to get these Pokemon to level 60 is a long-term goal of mine now. So maybe you'll see me running Dragonite near end of week, Charizard near end of week, Sceptile near end of week, and Cresselia is definitely sticking on the team. But that 3 times Sleep XP boost is not something to be understated. Something very potent that they've done. It's crazy the boost they're giving us for these flowers. And I think it's a cool way of being like, oh, pick the boost that you want the whole week. And then the rest of the week will, you get to pick which ones get applied sooner. I think that's a very interesting idea. They made them more powerful, but you have to choose which one you have earlier in the week. I really love what they're doing with these festive flowers. So, I hope to see this more often. I hope to not see the white seed too often, because that's a bit... If we see that too much, that could be kind of broken. Neutralizing mints are very, very potent, but yeah. That's basically all I really wanted to discuss today. Let me double check that I don't have anything else I need to do for you guys. I don't think I do, but swapped around the teams, prepped it up. We go our old salads, which is a bit unfortunate because it means we're going to get 2 million less Snorlax strength, but big whoop. At that point, that's so much strength, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Down in the description, we'll have a link to join the Discord. You can come join us, hang out, talk about all things Pokemon Sleep and the like. Huge thank you to all my channel members. It really means a lot to me that you guys want to show your support financially, despite there being no paid rewards for members. If you too want to become a channel member and are financially capable of doing so, the option is down below with that join button. And as always, I thank you all for watching and hope that you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.